Today on the morning show, it's Big Brother Day. Last night was the grand finale. We're joined by all of the house guests from the competition. And we talked to the first ever winner. Also, Big Brother host Arisa Cox joins us in the guest host chair. Welcome to the morning show. Canada's Conversation starts now. Hey, good morning, everybody. You know those faces. It's the entire class. Yeah, exactly. The entire class of Big Brother Canada. What? We'll be talking to them throughout the show, and joining us now is the host of the show, Arisa Cox. Hey.
You made it.
You
wow.
survived.
I'm here. I survived. I survived. First season, first of all, okay, a lot of people were like, oh, you're going to slap Canada on the name, and what is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? Okay, can we just put that all to rest?
Absolutely. I think you did.
That was a good show.
Congratulations.
Seriously.
Yeah, it was a great cast of characters.
Just
That's why.
That's
why.
And judging
They
by
made
the
the
fact
show.
that we have so many people at our window right now,
I know.
who are peering in from Bloor Street, like this has a huge fan base. But we got to talk about what happened last night, Miss.
Let's
Bang.
get to it.
So you're announcing, or you?
Okay.
Well, actually, you know what? Let's take a look. I think we have a clip, don't we, Joe?
Oh, okay.
We have a clip of. Okay, let's take a look at
Let's
this
take a
clip,
look.
and then you tell me what was going through your head.
For Jillian.
Wait a minute. Wait, what?
Topaz.
Yeah?
We made the rules really, really clear.
No!
You vote.
Oh, wait a minute. No!
You vote for who you want to win.
I can't even watch this.
Well, I know.
I can't even watch this.
Crazy.
Tell me what was going through your head. You were earning your money last
Well,
night.
no, at this point, I mean, we'd already had such a dramatic show. It was great. Emmett went home. No one saw like, oh my God. Watching the jury members watch some of the tape. They'd never seen the show before. I was like, oh my God. And then this was like, okay, wow, there's underdogs in this game. Wow, everything's changed. You know, I'm just voting. I just want to get through. I'm looking probably for a 4-3 vote. At this point, I can kind of like figure that out. And it's like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
Like, because it was pretty
Full
obvious,
game change.
right?
But so
It was-
now, when Topaz puts her hand up, what's
Yeah.
going through your head? You're thinking, now this is going
Okay,
right
now
off
listen,
the rails.
again, this is different. Normally, house guests are voting for who they want to be evicted, right? So all of a sudden it changes for the last show. They vote for who they want to win, which is different. So it's not inconceivable that in the heat of the moment, you got lights, there's excitement, there's audience, all of that a mistake could be made. But it was very odd to me, and it was like, oh no, here we go.
Doesn't
Here
this
comes
feel,
Topaz.
Doesn't this feel though like that Gary is the true winner?
You know, I think Gary and Jillian are both winners. I really, really do. Okay, because they both have fatter bank accounts. That's exciting, right? They're both very, very well known.
Yeah.
And I think everyone here is going to go on to do amazing things. I think they're both winners. I think Gary's in a great place right now. I think Jillian's in a great place right now. I think Topaz is in a great place right now. Maybe give her one more night, and then she'll be in a good place. There she is. No, but it's like, you know what it is? It's like on game 7, scoring in your own net. That's kind of what happens.
Right, exactly. But you know
it
what?
happens, but what are you going to do?
On Twitter, and because this is reality TV, and let's be honest, a lot of times people just want to watch it for the train wreck hot mess of it all. And so people on Twitter are saying, does it even matter if, she was doing it for her own, to put herself forward, if it was real, not real, does it matter? It was just good old great TV.
It was great TV, but if you were in that room, there's not one person who thought that what was happening was not genuine. Because when Topaz looked in my eyes, and I've done this impression for a few people, it's like, Arisa, don't do this to me. I was like, I can't. What am I going to do? I don't want to do it to you. I don't want to. No, it was so dramatic, and it was so real. And it felt like reality TV was real for a second. You know, things are so tightly produced, and everyone knows kind of what's going to happen, and people are so rarely surprised. And all of a sudden, it was like, this is the realest moment you'll ever see in TV.
Well, you know what's funny? This is the first reality show that I've followed from beginning to end,
Right.
and I watched it like like your average viewer, I mean, I was yelling at the TV.
Oh, yeah.
I would be making my salad at night. I'm like, I can't believe Tom. Why are you acting like that? And so when I watched the finale, I thought, man.
Yeah, no.
And you know, not to take it away from Jillian, who was like won
Yep.
so many HOH competitions, but I thought, oh, but like you said, the drama, right?
Yeah.
But I want to know, Arissa, when you walked in and saw these cast of characters and you met them, did you know that you probably had a hit on your hand? Because each and every one of y'all are amazing. You're so individual, so energetic, and so interesting in different ways.
No, for sure. I mean, it matters how nice the house is, and it matters the production value, all of that.
Sure,
but what really matters is who is sitting in the house. And I had no idea. I mean, it was like, okay, it's a diverse group. That's cool. Everyone's cute. Let's be honest.
Yeah, let's
You're
be
all very
honest. Some
cute.
good-looking people up in here,
But
all of
who
them.
knew that the personalities would jive in such a way, and you really fell in love with character after character. So I wasn't kidding when I say I was devastated every Thursday when people went home, because even if at sometimes, I did want to throw food at the screen watching, I absolutely love you guys. I love you guys. You guys made such an amazing show. You made so many people proud. Like, I hope you move past this and recognize that you were part of something really special, because you guys will all share a kinship that you can't share with anyone else in this world. So appreciate it.
Maybe somebody will get married from this group.
Just put them on the spot. Gary's like, no thanks.
Is there going to be another season?
I would love to be able to answer that right now. I don't know if there's going to be another season. I desperately hope there will be, because it was such a good show. It would be amazing to see what we could do next time. It'd be amazing to see how many more people would audition based on watching you guys kill it. So
Well,
we'll see.
It was so popular. You know, I just can't imagine there wouldn't be, but we'll see. All right, well, we've only just begun this morning. Coming up after 10 exhilarating weeks, that's one way to put it, we finally have a winner. Jillian McLaughlin picked up a prize of $100,000 last night, and we talked to the Big Brother champ after the break.
I don't know. You don't know. All right. Andrew has voted for Jillian. Congratulations, Jillian. You are the first ever winner of Big Brother Canada. You can both finally make your way out of the house now. Let's get them out. Up on your feet. Big Brother Canada.
Welcome back, everybody, and the big winner, Jillian, joins us now. Good morning.
Good morning.
So you could see on your face last night as Arissa was announcing, you know, who voted for who to win the game, and when they said Topaz had voted for you, you could see that look across your face a little bit like, what?
I thought maybe it was a joke. I was just like, what's going on? Like, why are they doing this to us?
Right. Like, did you feel like in your mind you could kind of, because you knew everybody so well now, you could kind of figure out who was going to vote for who?
Well, she would be the most
Most obvious.
aside from Peter, would be the person I would guess, like, that would vote for Gary 100%. So that's why I was so confused and so shocked.
Right. Did you expect to win when it was down to you and Gary?
When it was down to me and Gary, I had no idea how it was going to work out. I knew it was going to be close. I knew I had some votes, but I knew that I had, a lot of people who may have, held a grudge against me for, like, some moves I made in the game. So I didn't know, honestly. I had no idea. I thought it was going to be a 3-4 vote either way.
Right.
Yeah.
So were you starting to feel physically and mentally tired at any point in the game, or were you always like, I am in it? Did you wake up every day like, this is it, I gotta win? I mean, were you focused every day?
What's that? On what?
Every single day. I mean, it's
On
so
winning?
winning, the competition.
I quit every day, I think.
Did you feel tired mentally? Were you ever getting tired, like, oh my gosh,
I was tired
day
of
number 60?
lying, and I was like, oh my God, who did I lie to today? Like,
You gotta figure it out.
It showed, though. It showed. I remember we talked after in the backyard, and I was like, girl, I'm really happy you're out of that house now. Like, you had to get out, okay? That's a long time to be cooped up for real. I'm like, you need some fresh air.
Yeah.
You need your own things, and it's true. Like, you wanted to go to the drugstore. Like,
I was cracking up. Like, I needed out.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you made it out, and I'm happy. I mean, you deserve to win too. So that's
I
the
was
way
going
it
to
is.
say props to you because you played a great game and you won so many HOHs. But Dan Giesling, we had him as a guest co-host, and what he said to you is that it felt like you were playing for second until the very end.
Yeah. I don't
Were you
agree
ready
with
to
that at all.
give? You weren't
What's
ready.
that?
Were you ready to give it up for Emmett if that was going to be?
I didn't feel like I was giving it up. What I felt like I was doing was taking someone who, was just as good of who I viewed as just as good of a competitor as me into the final two and letting jury decide. I didn't think, oh, he's 100% winning this if we go together. I think there was like a 4-3 toss-up perhaps there too. I wasn't saying, he's getting all the votes and I'm getting 0 votes. But at the same time, I think he played an awesome game and he deserved to win just as much as I did.
What attracted you to being on a reality show in the first place?
It was mostly friends and family because I don't watch a lot of TV, so it was friends and family telling me to, apply for the show. I don't know, is that
It's a
weird?
pretty big commitment, though. You got to walk away from your life for a number of
Yeah.
weeks. It's not something like, okay, someone thinks I should do this. Like, you got to do it.
Well, everything came in stages. I wasn't like committing right away. I was like going to, interviews and blah, blah, blah. And, it just all came in stages. And by the end of it, I was like, wow, this is really going to happen. But at the same time, I didn't really I'm a substitute teacher, so I didn't have a job that I was committed to. I had to stay home. I was in the perfect position in my life to do this. I didn't have a house of my own at the time. I still don't. I lived with my parents. So it was just the perfect, everything. The stars aligned.
Right.
What are you going to do with the money?
I'm pretty boring. I'm going to pay off my student loan, and I'm probably going to put a down payment on a house.
How are you going to feel? Because you haven't watched any of the show. Right? I think what made it so great is that nobody had their guard up. I mean, everybody seemed to just let it out there.
went right into
and
it
you
right
had
away.
an intense, like a pretty intense showmance, romance, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened? What do you think it's going to be like going back to the East Coast? I mean,
I'm excited.
Are you?
Yes.
Oh, that was a very eager yes. I love
Why?
it.
Yes. Why? You made me seem not excited all of a sudden.
No. Watching it all happen, the whole East Coast Alliance, the thing with Andrew, all of that go down. I mean, it was crazy to watch.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to picture you in a grocery store and people coming up to you, and you're probably going to get every reaction, right?
Yeah.
I know. Well, wait, save it. Save your answer because we have to take a quick break.
Okay.
Up next, there have been fights, romance, and tears, so we're going to start talking to everybody. We get the scoop from the rest of the Big Brother house guests after the break. Hey, good morning, everybody. We continue our morning with all of the house guests from Big Brother Canada. Hi, guys. Hi. Emmett, Gary, Jillian, the last three. Of course, we have Arissa Cox, the host here. So, Gary, how did that feel last night? I mean, did you think you were the guy, that it was happening for you?
I mean, I definitely thought I was going to win,
Yeah.
but I'm okay with second place. I really
Why?
am. You know why? Because I feel like a winner. And when you feel like a winner, you are a winner.
Doesn't $100,000 feel more like a winner?
You know what? It was never about the money for me. It was about being the face of something that I never saw on TV that I wanted to see on TV to help me as a kid. So when I was able to be that for other little boys and girly boys, that was the biggest prize for me because I
great.
get to be that for someone. So
That actually might have been one of the best moments of the show, actually, when Gary talked about what it's like growing up and being bullied and that it gets better and you just have to make it through school and you're out, and then it's true. It's not about the money.
do
It's
your whole
about
thing. No.
making a splash, and you certainly did.
Yeah. Fantastic. Emmett, what were your feelings as it all came down to the wire?
Yeah, it was a tough one. I lost around a 50-50. I felt I had played my game to the T, and it was tough for me because I came in the game, I had a huge target on my back from day one and put on the block that first night. So to make it to the end, it was going to be a struggle and a fight, and I couldn't rely on my physical challenges to keep me there. I was going to have a strong strategic game, but as I say, I got beaten a 50-50.
I was going to say, you were so strategic throughout the entire game, so you must be replaying all of your moves now and thinking, oh, could I have done this better? Do you now wish that maybe you kept Tala and got rid of Gary when you had the chance?
No, like you look back and you basically take what happened in the previous competitions in the previous weeks, and Jill had already won 2 endurances, and I just pegged her to win the first part of the endurance, and then I'd crush Gary in a physical, and then we walk out together, and that's just how it would have went. But the endurance didn't go like that, and
you crushed me, I crushed Jill.
Yeah, that's the way it goes in reality TV. TV. Rosie, you got something over there?
Yeah, I've got somebody who's in the hot seat this morning, Topaz. And Topaz, I need to know, how are you feeling the day after? And are you frustrated with the mistake that you made?
I'm definitely frustrated because obviously I want my Gare Bear to win. I love Gary. The entire world knows this. But, I know Gary is fine. Like, my main concern is Gary, and Gary is A-okay. And I know, we all know, it was never about the money with Gary. It was about him, allowing the world to see who he is and let them see his heart. Like, he's a loving person, and he shows so much more than like it's just not about the money, and I'm just happy that he was able to show Canada who he is, and that's
All right,
what. And it's not
I gotta
to
jump in for a sec because Emmett, you are not buying any of this, man.
Shaking his head there.
Go ahead.
It's Big Brother. You got one life in there. If you need two to win it, then that's why I said if Jill was to lose this, it would have been because of a bitter jury.
But I earned my place in this game. Canada voted me out. I didn't ask for that. They voted me in, and I was thankful. And I went on slop until the end of the season.
That's fine,
I'm
Gary,
the same size as Alec now. I earned my place here. I won the veto fair and square. I took myself off the block, so I earned it.
Emmett,
Come on over here. Speaking of Alec here, I wanted to ask Alec. Alec, I wanted to ask you, if you got voted back into the House, because this is a question you want to ask a lot of people, hindsight is 20/20. What would your strategy have been if you got the chance to go back into the House, Alec?
Basically, at that point, I would have had no real social game left. So I probably would have just went hard at Emmett and Jillian. Probably worked with Tala if I could. Maybe still would have trusted this jerk. But yeah, I mean, I feel like Gary did great when he came back in because he did what he had to do. I mean, he made a nice little alliance with Emmett and Jillian when he did. And if I went in, I probably would have just went crazy, just stopped throwing things and started winning everything, and would have taken her out, him out, and then you're in the end with me.
Hindsight's 20/20, though,
It
isn't it?
is.
Ain't that the truth?
It's a game.
Gary,
Big Brother Canada.
you're holding back a little bit because
I
you're all
mean,
fired up
it's just,
now.
I mean, it's Big Brother Canada. You have to expect the unexpected. It's not going to be just a straight arrow. Things are going to happen. Sue Canada voted Sue off the block. There was an instant eviction. That's what makes the show entertaining.
I'm just saying, some of us, I didn't rely on a twist to keep me in the game, so.
Well, you know
I'll
what?
take it.
We actually,
I'll take the heat. I'll take the heat.
No, we can't even necessarily say that because, again, it's true. It isn't one straight line. Because of the twist, like, if this person hadn't come out that week, then this person definitely wouldn't come out that week. You never can tell how we would have arrived at the final three. And there were so many twists and turns. My gosh.
I had a decision to get me out. He didn't get me out, so you could only blame yourself.
Twists and turns. Okay, Tala, there was a point when Topaz and Alec were having some problems, and you jumped into bed with Alec. I remember that. That was crazy. Where did that come from? And also, we're talking about a lap dance too. Hello.
That was a fail on my part. But the thing is, I watched a movie. I got scared and just like go crawl into bed with Alec. Alec decided to scare me, so I laid in there for 2 minutes and I was like, oh, this is not gonna go good. I think I should go back to my bed. And then, Topaz tried to come at me, but no one can just come at me without me throwing down a freak show. But at the end of the day, Topaz is my friend, and I wasn't trying to come between that. But I did think that Alec could have played a really good game. And I just want to make one thing clear. We all deserve to be here. And when Emmett says that I didn't deserve to be in the final three, we're all deserving. You're not better than me. I'm not saying I'm better than you. So I don't want to hear this anymore, that you saying that I didn't deserve to be here. Thank you, because I think that's just ridiculous. Get your words right.
Ratings gold, ratings gold.
Right?
Music to my ears.
Cameras in the jury house.
All right,
Yes.
That's a show in itself.
Oh my God.
I know they formed an alliance in the jury.
All right, we're going to take one more break. It's been a roller coaster 10 weeks.
Hey.
We say goodbye to all the members of Big Brother Canada when we come back.
That's right.
God knows what's gonna happen in this house.
Let's do this!
I'm going to grab some eggs from the cellar.
All right. Bye, Jill.
There you go, some of the highlights from this season. The very first one of Big Brother Canada, and Rosie's over now with Peter. Let's get his take.
Yeah, I've got a question for you, Peter. You were a big fan of Big Brother US, Will and Boogie. They lied, they cheated. Why, then, were you so hard on Jillian, who had to do the same thing to win?
I'm a fan of pro wrestling, and at the end, in the question portion of the show, I decided to be a heel. Unfortunately, Jillian was the face in this situation, and I had to call her out on some things that I felt were poor in her game. However, I will tip my hat to you, congratulate you on the win.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's very nice.
I know. That's very nice.
Very
Yeah,
gentlemanly.
who's going to stay in touch, do you think? Who's going to remain friends here?
Me and Emmett are going to be best friends.
Peter and I hate each other. He is now out of the Shield. Yes.
What was that over there,
Well, okay,
Rosie?
Alec is saying, who's staying in touch? The question?
Yeah.
I won't talk to Peter again. He's out of the Shield. We're taking applications.
Liza? Liza? You going to stay in touch with anyone?
Tom, Peter, Tala, AJ.
Gary, definitely. Danielle, I love you.
So these are real deal friendships you'll take into the rest of your life.
I hope the real.
It's to some level everyone, and I've made closer friendships with other people.
Your real drama's happening right here.
Yeah, absolutely, it's a great experience, and I hope to get to know people that weren't in the house long enough even better down the road.
Man, oh man.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, you all played a phenomenal, phenomenal game, and congratulations again to Jillian, Arissa. Well done, Arissa.
Oh,
Cox.
no, thank you. It's
The
all
Such a good job. And today, by the way, was just the tip of the iceberg. Tune in next Wednesday night as ET Canada presents the Big Brother Canada Reunion Special, hosted by Roz Weston. We'll see if they're still all friends by next week. All 15 house guests will be on hand answering audience questions. And coming up next week, we are going to have Charles Shaughnessy back on the show with us.
Very cool.
Yep, he played the dad on The Nanny, so he'll be back in the. We had him on as a guest. See, that's the thing, and then all of a sudden we can reel them back in. And so I'm sure we're going to be seeing lots of big things from all of you guys. So thank you so much for being great sports today and spending the morning with us. Have a phenomenal weekend, everybody. We're back again live on Monday. Bye bye.